Welcome back. A two-day Stokvel and Cooperatives conference will take place in Melrose Arch on Monday and Tuesday. The event aims to bring leaders of Stokvel and Cooperatives together to discuss ways of saving money. To tell us more about the summit, we are now joined by event organizer Patrick Palmi and moderator Mbha. Good morning and welcome to the week ahead. I'll start with you, Patrick. Stokvels have been in existence among black communities for a very, very long time. Many households have stories to tell about how the money they raise through the Stokvels have assisted in improving their lives. What are the reasons of creating such a platform?
So obviously the reason of creating such a platform is because for the longest amount of time, Stokvels have been considered only for very bottom of the pyramid. But stats have come out from Old Mutual that shows that 42 to 45% plus of contributors on Stokvels are actually young people. And we believe as the continent is evolving, that, we need to change the way Stokvels are perceived by people or even the international media. A lot more young people even don't call it Stokvel anymore, they call it crowdfunding. So we creating a platform now to kind of help evolving this concept of Stokvel, creating a better platform that kind of creates a future for this industry, which is a 44 billion rand industry in South Africa and much more across the continent.
Let's come to you, TT. You are the moderator of this event. Apart from moderating the event, what other role will you be playing?
The Stokvel market is a huge contributor to our economy. It contributes. The value of Stokvels in South Africa is sitting at about 49 billion rands. We've got about 11 million different types of Stokvels in the country. So that's something that's quite significant from a GDP point of view. So for me, it's about, being a contributor to the entire cause. And because I am in real estate and I am involved in, your property Stokvels, I felt the need to, up it a bit. Instead of just coming on board as a speaker, I'll be moderating the 2 days.
Awesome. Now, Patrick, the event taking place at the Market Melrose Arch seems to indicate that you are looking to attract a certain audience. Is that the case? And what were the reasons to hold this event in this part of Johannesburg?
We do not subscribe, first of all, to the old mantra of that Stokvel is only for very poor people, and it's been portrayed like that in the media for a very long time, that it is only poor people that are actually contributing as a way to keep their lives together, or a way to survive poverty, but the reality is completely different. And secondly, there hasn't been a summit in South Africa or even across the continent that kind of levels it up to a platform, as big as the mining in Mbha or any other big conferences, while the industry is actually the second largest industry in the continent. We decided to go Melrose is because we believe that it is time to actually change the narrative around this platform and allow Stokvel group leaders, the largest treasurers, anyone who wants to start a Stokvel to have a nice platform where they can meet corporate, they can meet entrepreneurs, they can meet, other colleagues and anyone else who wants to contribute, but in a very nice format that kind of portrays a futuristic view of this whole industry.
On that, Patrick, changing the narrative, busting the stereotypes, and you've already mentioned some of the attendees that you're expecting to be present at the summit. Now,
we have international media houses from the US and from Canada flying down to South Africa to cover this event, just to portray, again, a different face of this whole industry.
What are some of the questions that you will be asking in leading some of the discussions? Because as someone who would be initially approached to participate as a speaker, you obviously have enough knowledge of this industry, but just give us a hint about some of the discussions that you will be leading.
Well, I'm actually excited because now the script is flipped. In the sense that instead of me being a speaker, I'll be challenging a lot of the speakers in terms of the subject matter around Stokvels. And for me, what I want to get out of the 2-day conference is to get a better understanding and a wider reach to a lot of people who don't understand the power of stokvels. You know, there's different people who are in different stokvels for different reasons. Some people go into a stokvel because they want to, plan for their travels. Some of them go into stokvels because they want to, get into a grocery type of arrangement. Some of them are doing it for savings. So there's a wide range of reasons why people go into different types of stokvels. And I want us to be able to use the 2 days to unpack the reasons why people go into stokvels, the do's and don'ts of being in a stokvel, and the power of the numbers. There's a reason why there's so many stokvels. I mean, it's not a mistake that we've got 11 million different types of stokvels in the country. That means those 11 million types of stokvel groups have got a particular goal in mind. They've got an objective. They obviously have a constitution. But everything that has to do with stokvels revolves around the issue of trust.
And in an economy that is not doing well, with interest rates high and people tightening their belts, do you think this is the right time to be hosting such an event? And I'm posing this question both to you, Patrick, and TT. Patrick, you can have the first bite.
It's a perfect time because obviously, historically, rotating saving has been the structure that all our ancestors have been using to survive difficult moments. In actual fact, during tough economic situation, people save together better because they have to survive together. So as a rotating saving opportunity, it is the right timing to actually talk about that in a depression system like that through, a bit of a, economical challenge that we face. But also looking into the future, because it's nice to survive today, but what is going to be the future if we don't look at investment opportunities that collectively we can put together to look into the bright future? And this is also the opportunity for those investment discussions to happen. Like TT mentioned, properties. Some talk about livestock. Well, some even have spaza retail stores idea. So if we do not have a summit or conference that exposes these ideas to the world, how would the economy evolve? And we're talking township economy 2.0, which means that a lot of people have gone to school, they've been educated, and now they want to put our product out there, actually involve a better township of tomorrow. So the timing is totally perfect. Start talking about it now, not only for rotating saving, but for investment purposes as well into the future.
I fully concur with Patrick. And I think, because I'm in real estate, we understand very well that when tough times come around, that's when the power of the numbers actually goes on the rise. So, for example, if you are an individual and you're trying to buy a property, it's the barriers to entry are a little bit higher. But imagine if there's 20 other people that you're going to club with to buy a similar property. It gives people access to the opportunity of being able to invest in opportunities that they wouldn't be able to as individuals. So here, really, it's the perfect opportunity to really, expose the power of the numbers. And that's what this Stokvel Leadership Conference is about.
Patrick, the attendees of the conference will obviously be gleaning a lot of information. It sounds like there'll be much equipping and skills imparting and information sharing that will be taking place. Apart from this, what else will they be equipped with?
Very nice question, because we want to make sure that anyone who wants to start or owns a stokvel, whether you're a treasurer, you're an administrator, or you're just a group leader, that you're coming inside, and when you're getting out, you are well equipped with insight about what is the best, how to look after the best interest of your stokvel. So there is masterclasses that have been planned for, in which it's going to be a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge sharing, but also a lot of networking opportunity. At the end of the day, if you want to grow this industry, we need to put leaders together to think together and network together and see how we can grow township economy 2.0. So it's definitely going to be a lot of learning, both from corporates, from fintech companies, small business owners, and stokvel themselves, sharing insight through different masterclasses that are planning as well.
And